When we're wasting food, we're not only wasting the actual food, we're wasting the energy that was used to produce the food and to process it and to transport it. We're wasting the water that was used to produce the food. We're wasting the energy of people and all the care and effort that people put into producing that food. My name is Ralph Martin. I'm the Loblaw Chair, Sustainable Food Production, and a professor in the Plant Agriculture Department at the University of Guelph. So the food waste first came to my attention when I read the George Morris report by Martin Gooch in 2010. And in that report, he talked about how 40% of the food in Canada is wasted, and that's a cost to the Canadian economy of $27 billion. When I started this position in August 2011, addressing food waste and particularly looking at reducing food waste became something that was very important to me. We focused most of our research to date here at the University of Guelph on reducing food waste in the home. And according to the data that we have, about half of the 40% of food that is wasted at the home. So that's why we think it's important to look at this. Our first goal is to get data to find out how much is actually being wasted. We did some curbside work where we not only weighed the food waste, but we went through garbage and picked it out, and we divided it into categories of bread and pasta, meat, dairy, fruits and vegetables, and other. And it was interesting that over half of the food waste by weight was from fruits and vegetables. We're also now wanting to weigh food waste at curbside, and then we want to link that to a survey to find out from householders what their understanding is about the food they waste and some of their habits that might relate to food waste. For example, we'll be asking questions about the size of the fridge and how often people shop and that type of thing. So according to some of the data that I've looked at, the average household, which is, by the way, only 2.1 people per household, I was surprised it was that small, the average household spends about $140 per week on food. If half of the 40%, in other words 20%, is wasted each week, that's 20% times 140 is $28. So that means they're tossing away $28 worth of food. I personally think that probably we shop too infrequently. If we shopped a couple more times per week, picked things up on the way home from work, and made sure we used what we bought at the time that we bought it or very close to that time, and if we had smaller fridges so that we could actually see what is there and so that items don't get buried at the back of the fridge where we can't see them, I think those are all practical ways that we could reduce food waste. It's all a matter of consciousness and thinking about it, and as we go into the future and we look at climate change and some of the variables that are going to come along with climate change, intense weather events and so on, I think it's going to be important to be thankful for the food that we do have, to value it, and to use it appropriately.